Valdez. I am the curator and owner of the Billy the Kid Outlaw Museum in Canton, Texas. Today is Saturday, November the 2nd, and it's what we call First Monday. It is about 5:30 in Canton, Texas. Canton, Texas is about 60 miles east of Dallas, Texas, on I-20, which is Interstate 20. I'm Jannay Valdez, the owner and curator of the Billy the Kid Outlaw Museum in Canton on the mountain. At this present moment, I am at the corner of Highway 19 and Highway 64. Highway 19 goes to Interstate 20, and Highway 64 goes to Tyler, Texas. It's a cold, cool, overcast day. There are probably 300,000 people in this town today. This is Canton, Texas. I'm facing right now Highway 64 West, which goes to the square, the downtown square region area. To the left goes to Cedar Creek Lake. You can see the traffic is backed up for probably 2 or 3 miles. Coming in from the west on this little Highway 64 West, probably backed up about a mile. Coming in from the north from Interstate 20, backed up to Interstate 20, which is about a mile, about 2 miles. And then coming in from the east, which is not very much, is, maybe just a couple of blocks. Most people are coming in. The one I'm facing now are going out. The Billy the Kid Outlaw Museum is located on top of an area called The Mountain at Canton, Texas. This is a down-to-earth museum, and I'm a down-to-earth person. Some people can't make a trip to the Canton, Texas First Monday, and some people can't make a trip to the mountain. But you can make your trip via this film just like anyone else can. Again, just getting you a little highlight of what it looks like here in Canton, Texas. On a given Saturday like this, probably about 300,000 people coming in from Louisiana, Oklahoma, all over Texas, and particularly Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Arkansas. They come from every state around. It's a very crowded city on First Monday. First Monday means that the shops and such are open on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of whatever First Monday occurs in each month. I'm going to cut off in just a moment. Just want to give you a little idea of what it's like, and we'll film some more in a moment. I am on Highway 64, about a half a mile east of Highway 19 in Canton, Texas. I'm at an area called Old Mill, the Village, which you can see the heavy traffic here, and you can see the name that says the village there on the water tower. The Old Mill Village. A lot of traffic. I told you before, probably about 300,000 people in this area. Not just right here, but the entire city. The parking lot is over here. Those that want to go to the museum on First Monday weekends would need to park down here in this area on Highway 64. I'm going to zoom in on the sign that says Old Mill. And if you look right below it, there's the Old Mill sign. It says The Mountain. Okay, this is the area, the Billy the Kid Museum. It's always nice to know what we're doing, what's around. I'm making a complete 360. That's looking east down Highway 64. There's an area across. You can see there's some different kinds of animals, llamas and horses and such. That's called Dog Alley, directly on Highway 64, directly across from Old Mill, the Mountain. Any animal you ever imagine, bird or otherwise, and a lot of items of interest are there in what's called Dog Alley. What you're looking at right now is really a very old historical area of Canton. 100 years or so ago, people would come here and the wagons, the covered wagons, would be in all the areas where you're looking where cars are now. These wagons were here for court. Court was held here once a month at the first Monday. The judge would show up, the defendants, the plaintiffs, the prosecutors, the witnesses would all show up. This is the first Monday, and again I'm going to zoom in on the Old Mill Market and the mountain signs. Directly to the left, as I go left, is what the area called the mountain. I'm going to pause for a moment and get you a better view. Here again, here's the main entrance to the mountain. As you can see it, the sign that says the mountain, just indicating where the mountain is. The entrance is actually to the left, somewhat north of it. Again, the parking areas. This is the mountain. The mountain is an area that looks somewhat like Branson, Missouri, except in my opinion, much better. Less commercialized, easier to get to, prettier, friendlier. Okay, here's our first Monday parking sign, as you can see. You are now in Canton, Texas, home of the Billy the Kid Museum in Canton. I'm going to break here, take you on some further. It's on Highway 64. As you can see, there's the Old Mill Market and the mountain signs that I showed you from the other side. I'm east of them. This is old-timey, Old West type of buildings. I'm on Highway 64, which is a great place to park. It requires quite a walk to the museum, but it's still a wonderful place to park. I'm going to go down a little further and take you some more pictures. Welcome to the mountain, Canton, Texas. I'm on FM 17. FM 17 runs from Grand Saline through Canton into Canton. It dead ends into Highway 64. Where these cars are coming from is the direction I just came from, up from Highway 64. This road is about 2 miles long. It goes from Highway 64 to Interstate 20. To me, and for the mountain purposes, let me move back here, it is the best entrance and best location for the museum. On FM 17, and I'll just give you a little sweep around here. If you came from Interstate 20, this FM does cross Interstate 20. It's the way that I personally take to avoid the traffic, and as also the quickest way to the Billy the Kid Museum. I get off at Interstate 20. I get off at FM 17, 1 mile east of Highway 19. So when I'm going on Interstate 20 from Dallas, I just pass Highway 19 exit and come to FM 17. As you can see, these cars are coming, but this is nothing compared to the regular traffic that you see on Highway 64 and Highway 19. This is the top of the mountain. There's a quadrangle, bed and rest. There's another bed and rest there. And as you can see, this is the entrance to the mountain from the top of the mountain at FM 17. If you were coming along FM 17, you obviously could see this sign that says Palomino Pass. And Palomino is misspelled. And you could also see the sign that says the mountain, and it says that away. Well, where it says that away, it's that away to the museum. Now I'm going to stop this, but I'm going to show you the easiest way to the museum. Again, coming in from Interstate 20, getting off at FM 17, and turning right at Palomino Pass, the mountain entrance. This is the top entrance. This road that goes down here, where you see it goes right by the old Americana Inn, Little Mama's or Little Nana's general store. It goes by and weaves where the gentleman is. It weaves and goes straight, and then it turns to the right. The first, not this first turn, but the next turn to the right, past where you see, takes you straight down to the museum. Let me hold a moment, please. Off of FM 17. Just some things you would see up here. It says Little Nan's General Store. Country Inn, top of the mountain bed and bath. Now, when you come in off Palomino, do not turn there, but go straight past the Country Inn, and where you see that yellow sign, orange sign, whatever it is, says foot traffic only, it will not be there. You go past that sign, the road goes downhill to the left, and it goes to the right. You turn right. When you turn right, stay straight on that road till it dead ends. The museum will be on the right-hand side. I'll take you through in just a moment. Vera, they run Little Nan's General Store and the Country Inn Bed and Rest. If you ever need accommodations, let me know. I'll certainly take care of you. Here's Dan.
Watch the mountain, see the mountain grow, and enjoy the atmosphere and the environment.
Okay.
West 1800s.
This is a good guy in a country atmosphere. The Country Inn Bed and Rest, Dan Filon. Thank you, Dan.
All right, see you later.
Yes, sir. This is Palomino Pass. You go past the Bed and Rest, Country Inn on the right, and when it goes down to the left or to the right, you go to the right and follow it to the dead end, and that will be the Outlaw Billy the Kid Museum. Thank you. Area at the top of the mountain. This is Jim Henson, folklorist, author, humorist, and artist. He and I run the Outlaw Billy the Kid Museum together. I'm at the top near the Billy the Kid Museum. Jim, what do you have to say for the crowd here, folks?
Well, we need to get all you folks out here, listen to us, listen to our stories and tales, and sing some songs, what have you. We'll have a good time.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Jim.
Anytime, buddy.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go ahead. I'll catch you in a minute. Up the mountain.
Where y'all going now?
Just different things you may see around here. There's Jim next door. There's the clown. Here we are. And now coming into view is the Billy the Kid Museum of Canton and the Outlaw Museum next door. Billy the Kid Museum, Canton, Texas. Here's the front entrance, free admission, Old West theme. I'm going to stop and go down the side. Can't see it because it's bigger than the film will take. Buffalo Gap, Texas. Billy the Kid was born there, and contrary to what, he was not born in New York City. There are viewing windows on the side. There's 1, 2, 3 down the side. Each room has a viewing window. These viewing windows are available to be seen 24 hours a day, anytime. We are not trying to hide the history. We're trying to promote the history. You can see, first of all, it has the Billy the Kid Outlaw Gang license plate. It has a viewing window about Billy the Kid. Jim Henson again, author and folklorist.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning to you, sir. Old wagon wheel. Viewing window number 2 has more Billy the Kid also. And viewing window number 3 down the end has Jesse James and Billy the Kid both. This will be changed up somewhat, but it's beautiful. Museum. You can't see anything specific, just a lot of things. The room is lined with a lot of items, some in particular. Here's the front for alias Billy the Kid. The dedication wall here to Dr. William Tunstall and Judge Bobby Hefner. William V. Morrison. Dr. C.L. Sonderson. And it has William V. Morrison discovered Billy the Kid. There's a deal from Dr. Tunstall. And another one, Dr. Tunstall. Dedication to him. There's a picture of Tunstall, Hefner, and Valdez. A lot of good things in here. Here's a deal from the Lincoln County Museum for Billy the Kid that we got. It's kind of a coup d'etat. Came from the Lincoln County Museum. There's a picture of Billy the Kid escape. A lot of things. Pat Garrett information. Just a lot of information. Buffalo Gap information, where Billy the Kid was born. It's very old and historic. Yes. Oh, there's Jim Henson. Let me get zero on that picture.
That's John Wilkes Booth's guy.
Yes. An heir of John Wilkes Booth visited up here with us. And then we have a bulletin board here with Brushy Bill Roberts, who was Billy the Kid. There's a story of James Anthony. We have a lot of things in here. Here's room 2. A lot of Heiko things. There's Billy the Kid. His final last words. Billy the Kid. Final. Billy the Kid Hamilton's grave. Billy the Kid information, Heiko, Texas. A lot of information in here about Billy the Kid and Heiko. We have comics, old Billy the Kid comics, Western Billy the Kid. A lot of things. There's information here. We tout everybody. We want you to go see every museum on Billy the Kid. In Fort Sumner, they have the Billy the Kid Museum. There it is right there. Billy the Kid Museum. We like this. There's a Billy the Kid Museum brochure there. We promote even the gravesite where he's not buried. It's okay. Hey, let people believe what they want to believe, but we support all museums that have to do with Billy the Kid. It's the same Billy the Kid. The one they thought was killed in 1881 was the same Billy the Kid we have here. So go to the Billy the Kid museums. 2 of them in Fort Sumner, one downtown, Mr. Sweets, and the other one is down by the supposed grave. But that's okay. Go on by and visit them. And there's a lot of things on Brushy Bill Roberts, who was Billy the Kid. And there's a Heiko thing. Was it really Billy the Kid? Yes, it was. There's some casino items from Billy the Kid Casino in Ruidoso Downs, New Mexico. A lot of things in here about Billy the Kid. Here we tout a lot of the Billy the Kid Outlaw Gang things. Pictures of the Billy the Kid Outlaw get-together. Trophies my family has won at the Billy the Kid get-togethers. There's a wonderful picture, a framed print that we have here. Billy the Kid's daring escape, not last escape, but his daring escape. And there he is running and from the McSween house. And it's a great picture that is at Lincoln County. We promote all of New Mexico. A lot of things on Lincoln. Just things and things. Every brochure we can get our hands on. Lincoln. See that sign says, see New Mexico. Lincoln, New Mexico. Here's something that's very interesting. We support all those cities in New Mexico. Santa Fe, Tularosa, Carlsbad, White Oaks. There's Carlsbad Inn, Capitan, Carrizozo. An interesting picture we have here, and this is very interesting. I bought this through eBay. A hand-painted, what we think is the original drawing for the cover of the Pat Garrett book. Although we don't support the Pat Garrett book too much, it's part of history. We support all history. We like it. There's a boy, Billy the Kid on a postcard. We have plenty of items here. And like I said, there's Glencoe, New Mexico. We support that. It says, visit Glencoe, New Mexico. Billy the Kid stomping grounds. Silver City, New Mexico, where Billy the Kid spent some beautiful years of his life. We support New Mexico. Hamilton, Texas.
Billy's buried between Heiko and Hamilton.
Yes. Carlton, Texas, Heiko, Texas. We support all these towns. This is, I'm looking at Las Vegas, New Mexico, Santa Rosa, New Mexico, and brochures, Tucumcari, Mesilla, Las Cruces. Visit New Mexico. He didn't die there, but he spent his most daring days there, and that's what he became famous for his days in New Mexico. And we fully support New Mexico and every museum in New Mexico. And we hope that you do too, and hope that you visit the Billy the Kid Museum. I'm going to walk into room 3, which is not quite finished. It's actually designed to be the Jesse James Billy the Kid room. We have many items on Jesse Woodson James, who was an old outlaw, and he knew Billy the Kid and Billy the Kid's father all his life. And their stories match, and one story supports the other. Jesse James. We have pictures of the digging at Granbury when they got the wrong grave. And I will tell you that they did not dig up Jesse James in Missouri. No, they did not dig him up in Missouri. I want to tell you that if you want to know the true Jesse James story, the best museum in the United States on Jesse James is the Jesse James Wax Museum in Missouri. And I want to tell you that it is the best. Here's a brochure on it. It is the best museum in the United States on Jesse James. And it's one of the best museums in the United States anyway. It says, was Jesse James killed in 1882? Who was J. Frank Dalton? Well, J. Frank Dalton was Jesse Woodson James, and Brushy Bill Roberts was Billy the Kid. They knew each other all their lives. Their stories match each other. And you get a chance to go see the museum there, please do. We got a lot of information from Mr. Joe Wood at Kirkwood, Missouri. And he's now dead, but he found the story of Jesse James. But anyway, this is the Billy the Kid Museum. And we're extremely happy to have you visit here. We're open on the first Monday of each month. Actually, the weekend before the first Monday of each month. It's an old homespun thing. Look at the old rugs on our floor. Aren't they beautiful? Old homespun rugs, wooden floors, dirt roads. And I tell you what, we're not here for those fancy historians that think they know it all and because they read it in a book. We're here for the people who are truly interested in history and for the people who like Billy the Kid. And if you feel like I do, Billy the Kid, and the Hispanics in New Mexico would say, Billy the Kid, a great outlaw and a man who lived 69 years after his daring and outlaw years in aliases, a man who lived and finally who wanted to make peace with God and man and only wanted a pardon after he was exposed by a lawyer who finally died under the name of Brushy Bill Roberts in Texas. Died in Hyco, Texas, buried right down the road in Hamilton, Texas. All this old outlaw territory of the old Republic of Texas, the old Civil War Texas, the old historic Texas, far away from Washington, a Texas that hid John Wilkes Booth, who escaped, Billy the Kid, and Jesse James. We also promote Bonnie and Clyde. Villains are victims, and they were actually a combination of both. And we have Bonnie and Clyde, John Wilkes Booth, and oh my goodness, the Kennedy assassination, and Jesse James. Information. Jesse James is alive in Lawton. 1880 magazine tells of Jesse James' exploits. President during their exploits, Franklin Roosevelt. There's Bonnie Parker. Bonnie Parker at death, the story of their deaths, the old newspaper accounts, and a poem about Bonnie and Clyde. Then about the Kennedy assassination, and this is the John F. Kennedy assassination. There's pictures of Oak Cliff where the Lee Harvey Oswald lived. A lot of pictures about LBJ and Kennedy himself. Lyndon B. Johnson. And some more information here. And this is basically the Kennedy assassination room. There's one of my favorite people in history, Jacqueline, and her children, family. And we promote that, of course, no one can prove it. They did a good job covering it up, but the buck stops at LBJ. Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth, and Kennedy was assassinated by whoever. And we have both of these in this museum. And we're very proud to promote the, not that we're proud it happened, but we're proud to promote the information about the Kennedy assassination. This is Jannay Valdez. Museum, picture from Dr. Tunstall's book, proofs that Billy the Kid was not killed in 1881. Here's a warrant for his arrest in 1982, reissued in 1983. Why are they trying to arrest him if he really says the kid?
Is that why they did that? So they
Yeah.
wouldn't know that that's
No, they were
him?
looking for him.
I know, but is that why they put the kid? So in case someone
Saw him.
stumbled across it or something?
Yeah. Picture from Hyco, Texas, 1997. And here's a little thing that says, has a picture of the, outside the OK Corral of all the dead bodies. It says, where's the dead body of Billy the Kid? Wasn't it common practice to pose with the body of the dead outlaws?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the death picture of Billy the Kid?
I know. Everybody.
There is
there's
none.
one right there. They did it with everybody.
They did it with all of them, except
for
Billy the
him.
Kid. And they did it with Jesse James, but they had the wrong body. That was Charlie Bigelow. Anyway, this is the Billy the Kid Museum, Canton, Texas. And I hope you have a wonderful day. So, William Austin Tunstall. And we do really appreciate Dr. Tunstall. And he and Judge Hefner are the two people that we had this dedication wall to him before he passed away. It had nothing to do with passing away.
Did you ever get any more of your books printed?
And the kid and me were the same. William V. Morrison, my great friend, Judge Bobby Hefner, the man who really kept it all, who's preserved Hyco, the history of Billy the Kid at Hyco. And we owe quite a lot to Judge Hefner, and we owe quite a lot to Dr. Tunstall.